Now, breaking news from WRAL. Coverage you can count on.
Breaking news, a FedEx truck is on fire after driving off a bridge this morning. Sky 5 is over the scene right now. What we've been able to gather from the scene of the crash.
And a car has crashed into a Clayton home. The new information we're learning this morning about that.
Meanwhile, in the Weather Center, tracking this brief relief from the humidity and the eventual return of some intense heat. We'll show you when we see the air temperature near 100 degrees coming up.
Getting things going right now, 6 o'clock on our Wednesday morning. Certainly getting a break from those hot temperatures, and we're glad for it. I'm Jeff Hogan. Good to have you with us.
And I'm Renee Chu. Good to see a gorgeous sunrise as well, along with this nice weather. Yeah, I know we have a heat wave coming, but let's just soak in the present right now. And let's just, think about this moment, Chris. We are in the 60s for the first time in a month.
It's beautiful, right? There's no time like the present, especially today. Temperatures are in the 60s for most of you. The coolest morning, we'll put that in quotes, since June the 21st. Temperature in Raleigh right now at about 69. Roxborough's at 63. Goldsboro, Rocky Mount, Wilson, South Hill at about 67 degrees. So the dog walk this morning, hopefully you've budgeted a few extra minutes for that. Midday temperatures will be in the mid 80s. We do make it into the low 90s this afternoon, but the humidity is not going to be overbearing like it has been over the past month. In fact, this past month, our weather has been more similar to Houston, Texas. And we're going to get another taste of that heading into the weekend when we see another string of heat advisories coming up. Ken?
All right, Chris, happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. We're on top of that breaking news over the Knightdale area. That situation, I-540 eastbound near Knightdale Boulevard. Let's get right to WRAL's Chris Lovingood in the WRAL Live Center with what we know about this crash. Chris.
I tell you what, Ken, Sky 5 is giving us a pretty good perspective of what's happening here. This is that delivery truck, as you see here, the smoke billowing from it there. I don't see any flames anymore, but you can see there are still firefighters there on the scene. You can clearly see right there the packages as well that are scattered across the ground there. So obviously this is a very serious situation. Here's what we're doing though at WRAL. We are reaching out to investigators to learn what specifically happened here. We're hearing reports that this truck drove off the bridge and then landed here. We're also working to learn what led up to that happening and if there are any injuries with this. It's very serious. We actually have WRAL's Ali Kababar. She is headed to the scene right now, and she will have a live report from the ground here coming up in a couple of minutes, Ken.
All right, this is an absolute serious scene there right off that bridge on I-540 eastbound. So right now, if you're navigating I-540 eastbound, you can see what I'm saying. You can see the smoke billowing right there behind the trees. But again, it's not causing any delays for you on I-540 proper. Traffic flowing nicely in all directions. We just have a stalled vehicle in I-440 eastbound near New Bern Avenue, not causing any problems for you this morning. You're getting ready to head out the door, though. Tune us in on the radio, 101.5 HD3.
Amazing there aren't backups in that area right now. And also breaking news, investigators are on the scene of another serious crash, this one in Clayton. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live at that scene, and we are told a truck crashed into a home there. Kelsey.
Yes, Jeff, and right now investigators are here in front of that home on East Front Street here in Clayton. I'm stepping out the way so you can take a closer look at the scene here. But Johnson County 911 says a vehicle hit a home. And just in the last 15 minutes, we noticed police focusing their investigation on this black truck that was badly damaged. Now, officers have been here for about 6 hours now. They got the call around 12:30. You could see a wrecker here on the scene. So we're working to find out when this scene will clear, but it's definitely a serious crash here. So right now we are working to find out whether anyone was hurt and also what led up to this crash. We'll be sure to keep you updated. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Clayton.
New overnight, Raleigh police are looking for the person accused of shooting into an apartment. The WRAL breaking news tracker was first on scene at Oak City Apartments on Calvary Drive. Raleigh police got a call about shots fired around midnight. They say someone was shooting at the complex from a Food Lion parking lot nearby. One of the bullets hit an apartment unit that had at least one person inside. No one was injured.
A death investigation is underway in Edgecombe County. The sheriff's office was called to Koki Road before midnight. When our breaking news tracker arrived on that scene at 3 o'clock this morning, it had cleared. We've reached out to the Edgecombe County Sheriff's Office for more information about the cause of death, where that person was found, and that person's identity.
This morning, police are searching for the person or people responsible for smash and grab robberies at Triangle bars and shops. At least 2 of the robberies seem to have been carried out by the same person. They happened just minutes apart early Tuesday morning in Durham. You're looking at security camera footage from Luella Wine, Beer and Beverages, and Durham Beer Garden. One bar's owner even watched the robbery play out live after getting an alert from her alarm company.
It's just concerning. As a small business owner, you never want to see anything bad happening.
The Ben Bar in Raleigh reported a similar incident on Monday. WRAL has reached out to both Raleigh and Durham police departments to ask whether these incidents are connected or if any suspects have been identified.
New this morning, Goldsboro police identified one of the 2 suspects at the center of a chase. Police say this happened around 3:30 yesterday afternoon. An officer tried to pull over a car for an expired registration. Police say a passenger in that car fired a gun at the officer and then ran off. Police say the driver also took off in the car. Both were eventually arrested. Investigators say the 23-year-old driver, Neon Lathan, is facing charges including felony flee to elude arrest. The second suspect has not been identified.
Durham police need your help looking for a man they say is missing and endangered. This is 25-year-old Toyi Tonder. He was last seen at 7:30 last night in the 400 block of East Pilot Street. Durham police say he has a cognitive impairment. If you've seen Tonder or know where he may be, call 911.
We now know the name of the man who was shot and killed by a Cumberland County deputy on Sunday night. Investigators say a deputy shot Craig Hansel. This happened when the sheriff's office responded to a report of a man with a gun at the scene of a brush fire on Airline Drive. They showed up. They told him to drop the gun. He did not and actually aimed at them. And that's when he was shot. 4 deputies were placed on leave after the shooting.
The power is back on for everyone in Enfield. Now the focus shifts to preventing future problems. After 4 days in the dark, crews temporarily restored power around 1 yesterday afternoon. 2 of their power circuits are tied together, and that's something that will need to be changed long term. For now, people said they were just happy to get their first comfortable night's sleep since Friday.
Oh, that's good. Most definitely good, because this is my sister-in-law right here, and she was without power. I'm glad she doesn't have to be hot. My niece up there with these babies, she no longer has to be hot. So all I can say is God is good.
We hear you. We're all saying yes. Mayor Mondale Robinson says he is talking with state officials to come up with a fix for the aging infrastructure. He says the system is roughly 50 years old.
A German biotech company has chosen Morrisville for its first U.S. facility. Coriolis Pharma plans to invest $10 million and create 50 jobs. The company is the first tenant of the Spark Access building. Coriolis Pharma specializes in drug product development, analytical, and manufacturing services. A Triangle College is the site of a new round of layoffs. Meredith College laid off 6% of its employees, citing financial pressures. A statement called the moves necessary and proactive steps in preserving Meredith's long-term strength. As a private institution, Meredith's total budget is not available to the public.
The city of Rocky Mount is getting $3 million to make commuting to and from Raleigh easier. It's using the grant from the State Department of Transportation to launch a commuter bus service. The service will launch with a dedicated route between Rocky Mount and Raleigh. It will operate during peak commuting hours Monday through Friday. There's no set date for when the service will launch at this time.
This morning, the Caring House in Durham is breaking ground on an expansion. The nonprofit provides affordable housing and supportive community areas for adult cancer patients traveling long distances to get their treatment at Duke Cancer Institute. The organization says it operates at or near full capacity right now, so they say an expansion will allow Caring House to serve twice as many patients and caregivers. The groundbreaking is happening at 8 o'clock this morning. Also new this morning, a family-owned restaurant is announcing plans for a fundraiser. This comes after a car crashed into its dining area earlier this month. Hall's Grill in Sampson County has been closed since July 13th. Owner Cynthia Hall says the damage will cost around $70,000 to repair, and she says there will be a fundraiser for the restaurant. They'll be selling tickets, and more information is expected later today. A GoFundMe account started by the restaurant has raised more than $2,000 so far.
Tonight, the third installment of the Live After 5 concert series is happening in downtown Raleigh. It's a family-friendly block party with live music, food trucks, and more. Cooley High and Charlie Lowry will be performing tonight. The fun kicks off at 6 p.m., goes until 9. The fourth and final Live After 5 event this year will be on August 20th. WRAL is the proud media partner.
I want to take you back out to that Clayton crash we told you about just a few minutes ago. We have some new information right now. WRAL's Kelsey Coffey is live at that scene. And Kelsey, we've heard from Clayton police about this now.
Yes, Jeff, all of this is new in the last 5 minutes from Clayton Police. They say that the driver who was involved in this crash was killed, and they say that driver did not hit a home. So that's an update from what we told you a couple of minutes ago. But I'll give you a look now at this scene again. You can see that it looks like crews are putting the truck that was involved in this crash up into a wrecker. But this all happened on East Front Street here in Clayton. We did notice over the last 25 minutes that police were primarily focusing their investigation on that black truck. Now, officers have been here for about 6 hours now because they did receive a call about this around 12:30 this morning. So we'll be sure to keep you updated on when this crash clears. Kelsey Coffey, WRAL News, live in Clayton.
All right, Kelsey, thanks for that update. We're at 10 after 6 right now on your Wednesday. Remembering the Prince of Darkness. Tributes coming in around the world on the death of rock icon Ozzy Osbourne, how he is being honored by fans and other music legends.
And hotel apology. A North Carolina couple who were victims of Chantal flooding say they were turned away. How the chain is responding this morning.
And it's a beautiful start this morning, but above average temperatures likely to take us at least into the weekend. We'll show you which days see the chance of heat advisories. That's when we see you on the other side of a quick break.
And here are your winning Mega Millions numbers: 22, 41, 42, 59, 62. The Mega Ball is 17.
As you get into your car, tune to WRAL News Plus on your radio. In Raleigh on 99.3 FM. In Durham, 96.5 FM. And everywhere on 101.5 HD3.
.614 on your Wednesday morning, and just a brief tropical update here. 10% chance of development in the Gulf. This is going to stay suppressed well to our south, so some good news there. Let's bring it back home where the good news continues. Temperatures about 66 to 69 all across the triangle, with Cary and Clayton at 67 degrees. Holly Springs the same. It feels much more comfortable out there compared to the last 31 mornings. Yeah, it's been 31 days since we've dropped into the 60s in the triangle. Take advantage of it. By 11 a.m., we're at 81 degrees, even still not bad. But as we take you around town, typically hot. Temperatures about 90 to 93. The humidity is manageable, but those days are short-lived. I'll show you when we see high temperatures near 100 coming up. Ken?
All right, Chris, happening now in the WRAL Traffic Center. We're staying on top of that situation in Knightdale, the crash on I-540 eastbound, that FedEx truck going off a bridge. Let's get to Chris Lovingood in the WRAL Live Center with what we know right now. Chris.
Ken, I'll tell you what, here at that crash, new development. So in the last, 5 minutes or so, we saw this little fire pop up there. It was kind of difficult to see if there was anything like that still happening when we were here about 10 minutes ago. But yes, we see that fire is still happening. This is why we have the firefighters that are there. And this box truck here, if you look very closely here, you can see what appears to be the FedEx logo right here on the side. So it's obviously charred, but that is what it appears to be in terms of who owns that truck. And once again, just to show you the packages that are just scattered across the ground here, we still are trying to verify what led to this happening and if there are any injuries. But again, we have WRAL's Ali Kadlabar there in the breaking news tracker. She's not live right now because she's trying to gather information from investigators, and she'll report that live here on WRAL News here coming up in a couple of minutes, Ken.
Chris, we know that it's not causing any problems on I-540 this morning, but you can see the smoke right there behind the trees as these folks make their way onto I-540. We'll keep on top of this and have an update in less than 5 minutes.
Kim, thank you. This morning, tributes are pouring in after the death of Ozzy Osbourne. Rock musicians and celebrities are sharing their memories of the legendary heavy metal rocker. Michelle McConaughey joins us now with what those folks are saying. Michelle.
Yeah, Renee, he was called the Prince of Darkness. Osbourne died following years of health issues, just weeks after he played his final show in the United Kingdom. As frontman for Black Sabbath, Osbourne's charisma on and off the stage made him a cultural phenomenon. He had a sprawling music career with the group that led to his own successful solo career with over 100 million records sold worldwide. He was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2006 and then again for a second time in 2024. But back in 2020, he revealed he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. Earlier this year, his wife Sharon revealed Ozzy was unable to walk, but that the diagnosis does not affect his voice. After the news of his death, tributes pouring in from around the world. Elton John writing this on Instagram. He was a dear friend, a huge trailblazer, a true legend. I send my condolences and love. And Billy Idol writing, Ozzy embodied the spirit of rock and roll, and he performed right to the end. My condolences to the whole family. Osbourne's family did not specify a cause of death. He was 76 years old.
Passing of a legend. Michelle, thank you. A Durham couple wants answers after a hotel turned them away when they needed a place to stay following Chantal's flooding. Ira and Gwendolyn Montague live just feet away from the Eno River, and they lost everything in that flooding from Chantal. After a few days at a Holiday Inn, Gwendolyn made a reservation on Priceline for Candlewood Suites. When the Montagues arrived, they learned their stay was canceled.
He said, "You're Gwendolyn?" I said, "Yes, your reservation's been canceled." "What you mean my reservation been canceled?"
Because I was saying, we flood victims, man. I mean, you know, come on.
He had no compassion. It didn't matter.
And then he turned around and went on back
and left us standing there.
Gwendolyn snapped a picture of this sign that reads, "No accommodations for Durham County residents." WRAL reached out to IHG, the group that owns Candlewood Suites. A spokesperson said the hotel's policies are designed to reinforce guest safety and security. The chain apologized for the inconvenience, writing, quote, "We have paused our policy regarding local guests during this time to ensure the utmost care and consideration for residents in need."
A break from the heat and humidity is what we all need, and we're getting it this morning. Talk about an automatic mood booster this morning.
Gosh,
we're all smiling, we're all happy.
Right. I feel there's a little extra pep in the step. We did a story recently about how heat just makes people a little more negative.
It's draining. It's exhausting.
Yeah, absolutely. So I got to tell you, I've never been so excited about a dew point before. Let me show you why. When you look at the Muggy meter, that's at 64, so that's usually tolerable, but after the past few weeks that we've had, that's amazing. Really feels good out there. In fact, this is the least humid air that we've had in the past 3 weeks. Bottle it up because it's not going to last much longer. I hate to be the bearer of bad news there. But temperatures upper 60s. Again, beautiful sunrise over Southern Pines. A nice golf morning for you. Midday temperatures in the mid-80s. As we head toward the afternoon, it's still going to be hot. Spoiler alert, it's still July here in North Carolina. 91 the high in Raleigh, 92 in Fayetteville, Lewisburg, South Hill, Roxborough at 88 degrees. Now, 90-degree heat, we've gotten very used to that. In the Triangle, we've hit that mark 44 times. The average is 23 through July the 22nd. The record 46. So there's heat, and then there's this significant stretch of heat that we've had pretty much all summer. And speaking of that, that is only going to return, especially as we head closer to the weekend. High pressure strengthens, it broadens, and as it does so, the air beneath it, it sinks, it compresses, and it heats up, which is usually how you get those heat waves. That's heading into the weekend. A first look at our high temperatures. Most of us about 94 to 99 degrees. Some of us may hit the triple digits. And then there's the humidity. Again, that's not really a dry heat. We're likely to have heat advisories that could start as early as Friday, but I fully expect to see those this weekend, potentially into early next week as well. Storm chances are going to be isolated, and that's really the only thing that's going to cool you down. So again, all the more reason to bottle up the time you have out there. Get outside with the kids today.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're going to be drained this weekend.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
All right. So here's what we have right now. We're staying on top of that situation in Knightdale. First responders working this crash scene on I-540 eastbound. The FedEx truck went off the bridge. Let's get right to Chris Lovingood in the WRAL Live Center with what we know so far. All right, here's what we know. That FedEx truck went off the side of the road. You can see the packages strewn all over the place. We're working to get some more information. Of course, we got the WRAL breaking news tracker there on the scene as well. We'll keep you updated, but we're not seeing any delays in this particular area, so that's really good news to report. We are seeing, though, the smoke. You can see it right there billowing from behind the trees. We'll keep you updated right here in the WRAL Traffic Center.
Thanks, Ken. Still ahead, fake safety gear. That good deal you found online for a child car seat or bike helmet might be a dangerous dud. 5 on Your Side explains the warning from Consumer Reports about fakes being sold on major retailers' websites.
And ramping up funding, could it mean former Governor Roy Cooper is closer to a U.S. Senate bid? What our NC Capitol team has uncovered.
If you see breaking news, have a story tip, or take video or pictures of the weather where you are, please report it to us. Go to WRAL.com/report it to send your video, pictures, or tip to our news team.
This What's Trending report, sponsored by Rug & Home.
A freaky reunion and Venus Williams' triumphant return to the court.
Ken Smith here now with what is trending on our Wednesday, Ken.
It's Wednesday. We can get freaky, right?
Yes.
A reunion on the red carpet last night. Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis teaming up again for the sequel to Freaky Friday. Freakier Friday. The two co-stars attended the Hollywood premiere with the rest of the cast.
Y'all, can you believe Freaky Friday is 22 years
Wow.
old? Yeah, it came out in 2003. That's when they play that mother and daughter who mysteriously switch bodies. So Lindsay Lohan's character in Freakier Friday has a daughter, and the hijinks continue. The new film is released August 9th.
Love it. So how about this? Tennis legend Venus Williams returning to the court last night and securing her first tour win in 2 years. The 45-year-old Williams defeated 23-year-old Peyton Stearns at the D.C. Open. She's the oldest woman to win a tour singles title since Martina Navratilova did it at Wimbledon back in 2004.
And the pirouettes, we get the spin, the wind spin.
Oh, we missed that.
Did miss that, of course. She needs to double up with Serena and run the table. Yeah. That'd be fun to see.
She's actually playing doubles at the D.C. Open, too. Yeah. So
that's right.
We'll see.
Thanks, Ken. WRAL is on top of breaking news for you coming up at 6:30. A box truck burned. A FedEx truck crashed off I-540 near Knightdale this morning. WRAL's breaking news tracker has a live report from the scene where a fire is still burning. As Sky 5 gives you this live look.
What a view that is. And plus, a deadly crash. We're working to learn who was killed when a pickup truck crashed into a yard in Clayton.
And this morning, humidity levels nice and low. That's not going to last very long, though. I'll show you what it's going to take for heat advisories to be issued and how many we could see within the next 7 days in the next half hour.